We're talking sports, and every other thing.
Well, I'm a man from the mountain. Won't you come on up?
What's wrong with you? Seriously.
Well, I'm a clown man in the valley.
You got that right.
With a face full of mud.
Yep.
But I'm stumbling, and my car won't start. Or I'll leave it on. And I'm fumbling, and I only play air guitar.
Can you promise me you're never going to do this again?
Give me a little kiss or a drink from the loving cup.
Wow.
Just one sip.
I might have
and
to
I fall down drunk. That's how I feel after a long hiatus.
Yeah, we're back.
Double G, John Manning. The podcast continues to grow. Talking sports and every other thing. Thousands of people from all over the globe are in.
It's unbelievable what's happening right now. You know, after the last episode dropped, Kevin Boyle came on. I mean, the buzz has been unbelievable, Gene.
It's been unbelievable. I'm going to tell people this is just going to expand. It's going to get bigger. Heads are getting bigger. John Manning, he can't even go out in public. Yeah. And how about Wayne Avery, Vegas Wayno? Bring him in.
Let's bring in Wayne because we got to talk about this.
This is a big deal, Vegas Wayno.
Yep.
Since our last podcast, I'm getting a little tired of all the attention going to you. When people are texting me and they're talking about the podcast, they want to know more about Vegas Wayno. Why are you stealing our attention?
He can't stand it, Wayno.
Well, it just goes to show and to prove that this is why you have all the time have been trying to steal the thunder from me, and you just can't do it. You just don't compare.
No matter how hard you try.
I'm going to say this. I actually have to now agree with Vegas Wayno. There was a time when I was on top of the mountain. Yep. You understand? That's what I was singing songs about mountains. And Vegas Wayno, back in the Elizabeth days, that's right. I gave him assignments. Now everywhere I go, it's Vegas Wayno. And I can't stand it, John.
Yeah, I know. You told me everybody's hitting you up about Vegas Wayno, you know. But that's the way. But how I am, Vegas, I'm very happy for you. I'm happy that you're finding this success. You know what I mean? Gene can't stand it. His ego can't take it.
Well, here it is. He's out in Vegas, right, playing Keno 8 hours a day now. And if he's not doing that, he's crushing it, right? Trying to do a podcast here with you, right? Yeah. I got 10 jobs. You got 10 jobs. I got a family of 9. Okay, includes the animals. And I'm trying to hit Vegas Wayno up with some ideas. He's giving me a hard time, John. You see it?
Yeah, I mean, well, listen, when you're big time, you can't be dealing with the little stuff. You know, you got to deal with that stuff. Vegas comes on, people want to see him. That's all. They just want to see him.
No, I get it.
He doesn't have to have a plan. You just want to see him.
Vegas, tell me this: when you get to the nickel slots, are you overwhelmed by fandom?
Well, yeah, I try to, kind of as soon as I sit down, all the waitresses all come up and, offer me drinks and things like that. And
well, you got two pockets full of nickels. I mean, they're probably all over you.
Yeah, you can't sneak in when the nickels are jingling, right?
Wayno, are those non-alcoholic drinks?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, that's right. Better be. All right, listen. We're back here. It's been a long hiatus, a couple of months. Our latest podcast was released, the Kevin Boyle interview. It's fantastic. Check it out. Subscribe, or we're going to go all over the platforms. A lot of stuff has happened to all of us. I mean, my client, where I serve some of my time, things are a little rocky there. It's like being on a roller coaster that the wooden panels are sort of falling off as you're in it. The dips are a little tougher, and that's what's going on my end. John, your mom is you're breaking your mom out of nursing homes.
Yeah, no,
I mean that's unbelievable. We'll get to that. I mean, just incredible.
That was mom heist 2023. It's unbelievable.
You broke your mom out of a nursing home in the state of New Jersey,
broke
correct?
Her out of a nursing home
and saved her life.
Definitely saved a life.
Thanks, Governor Murphy. We'll get to that later. Okay. Then you got the mass megastar who can't be here. Emergency surgery, Vegas, Wayno.
Yep.
Yeah, I hear that. And I know you were giving him some medical advice, which is kind of scary considering what I'm looking at in front of the two of you here, that what you guys are consuming.
Wayno.
What are you talking about?
Miller Lite and coffee? Like, that's like.
This is,
that's
I
like,
got a croissant here,
like bacon
Wayne.
and eggs, man. That's like.
Wayne, I got your croissant I'm going to send out to you. The big win in the which Manning did it, said it, or ate it. I'm going to send that out to you. Mass megastar, seriously, in all seriousness, great vibrations, positive vibrations. The mass megastar undergoing emergency surgery.
Yeah, we're just hoping there was no foul play. You know?
Now, that's what we do not know. We do know he is in emergency surgery. What we don't know is what happened. I'm leaning towards an attack by Little Tokyo. There's no proof of it, though.
Yeah, hopefully not. Not a poisoning or anything like that. You don't ever know with these guys. The feud runs deep between the mass megastar and Little Tokyo.
So all prayers out to the mass megastar. Okay, and then Phil Colicchio. Phil Colicchio, I've asked him to come on. He just responded. He's not coming on. Phil. And I had something for him. I had the signed Timmy Murphy Wildcats jersey for Phil Colicchio. He earned that as being the guest of the week a few months ago.
Wow, it's here.
Vests Murphy, thank you for getting a Timmy Murphy signed Wildcats jersey.
I don't know how he did it. I don't know how he got that signature, man. That's unbelievable. You know how hard a signature that is to get?
I think Timmy's 10 years old, but he is one hell of a interesting character at 10 years old, Vegas Wayno. But
his dad.
But now Vegas Wayno, any suspicion of why Phil Colicchio would not want to show up today?
No, I guess he's had a hard season of coaching, and his coaching season is over, and so maybe he's just relaxing. Can I make one comment, by the way? And
go for it.
Nice glasses, by the way. It looks like you guys are sitting in Cheeks.
Yeah. That's what we were going for.
Wow, what a reference! Cheeks.
Yeah, I don't even know what that is, but I know what that is.
Dude,
right?
Cheeks. Cheeks is a fantastic old school, what we would call a go-go lounge in Linden, New Jersey.
I think that's fair.
Those lights there,
some of us, put some effort into our backgrounds. Others just hang up jackets behind themselves. I mean,
wow.
You know what I'm saying, Wayne? I mean, come on.
Wow, Wayne.
I mean, come on, Wayne. Usually we're on the same page here, but I mean, you really.
But I'm looking. Those lights are like, I can't take my eyes off them. They're blinking, going back and forth, and I'm just waiting. You guys got dollar bills in your pockets, ready to just hand them out. I don't know what to do.
Oh yeah.
Let me just tell you something. I think I know where I'm going after this podcast. Cheeks changed its name. I think Cheeks does not change it. By the way,
now?
Here's history about Cheeks. The movie The Wrestler, which starred Mickey Rourke and Marissa Tomei, some portions of the movie shot inside of Cheeks Go-Go Lounge in Linden, a classic, so classic that Hollywood decided to use Cheeks. Thanks for the reference there, Wayno. Brought back memories. I'm not saying I frequented Cheeks, but I do remember one time I broke my toe and I searched for some solace.
Was Cheeks the type of place that, like, where the strippers actually looked like Mickey Rourke, or was it like?
I'll tell you, at one time, it wasn't just the Tuesday afternoon
never know.
crowd. You could go there on a good, solid Friday night, feel good, feel like what you're looking at is, okay. Go there. Listen, there was a time back in, you're talking about the 90s, 2000s. You could go there on a Tuesday, say for happy hour or like a little burger. And on a Tuesday, 5 to 7, you can find some, you find what I would call a quality hamburger there. You get what I'm saying, Wayno?
Wow.
At Cheeks? A quality hamburger at Cheeks. A very special edition of our podcast called Talking Sports and Every Other Thing. Double G here, John Manning to my right, out of our studio in New Jersey. You saw the animation.
Cheeks. the name of our studio.
Ooh, you know what? We're going to get to that because we're doing a very special edition of this podcast. We have a correspondent, a legendary broadcaster. Bring him on in. Vegas Wayno. Here he is. Vegas Wayno, how are you?
I am just wonderful. Wonderful. Keno is doing well.
Wow.
Little snow here in the valley, by the way. But
Really?
Well. Yeah, we had some snow flurries here earlier. And
wow.
But we're moving forward.
Excellent. Listen, Vegas Wayno, legendary broadcaster out of Elizabeth, New Jersey. He's done it all. He's seen it all. He's retired, playing Keno at least 5 hours a day, living on a retirement income, collecting Social Security. Very nice of him to actually take time out of his busy schedule of that to join us for his Vegas Wayno headlines. All right.
All right, Vegas Wayno, hit us.
How about some applause? Wait, hold on.
Now I got to hear it from the peanut gallery about the applause. You know what I mean?
No, this is what are you doing?
Didn't hit the
You're the producer, and I'm the talent. You're partial talent and producer. Wayno is.
But it's like walking and chewing gum at the same time.
Right,
it's hard to do.
Here it goes. Vegas Wayno's headlines out of Las Vegas, Nevada. We are in the winter of 2023. Go ahead, Wayno.
But I don't get any other introduction when.
We've been giving you applause. Again, the head is getting too big. All right, now it's time to address it. All right, this is the time. I get it. He's a legend. But everywhere I go, everyone I see, people want to text me about the podcast, call me about the podcast, talk to me about the podcast. All they want to know about is Vegas Wayno. What about me? Why? When do I get my shot?
You get nothing, dude. You're out. You're out.
Well, what happened?
You've peaked. You've peaked.
I have.
You know when he peaked? He peaked when he stabbed you in the back. That was his peak.
I was going to say he tried to have a hostile takeover many years ago, and it didn't happen. It just didn't happen.
Didn't happen.
This is a completely untrue story we will one day address with a real judge.
Okay.
Wayne has claimed for nearly 28, 29 years that I've stabbed him in the back. I never did. I did not take his job. I was just simply better. Now, Vegas Wayno.
All right.
Let's go with the headlines from Las Vegas.
See? No problem.
Well, I think the first thing we will come up with in our headlines, I think when I first saw it, the first thing I said was, Gino has made the headlines.
Oh, goodness. Is it about a raving lunatic?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I think I do. Go ahead, Wayno.
How do you know you think you do? There were a couple that could be you, but the first one, the man with the world's largest tongue.
Wow, the man with the largest tongue.
Oh, that was not what I was thinking. Wow, what about him? What about the man with the largest tongue?
Yeah, what did he do?
Well, just kind of think of what kind of talent you would have if you had the largest tongue.
I don't need the largest tongue to have that talent.
Motion in the ocean.
Do you want to ask my wife, the lovely Jamie, who has to put up with me constantly? But one thing she will not complain about is whether the tongue is long or short. They don't have to call me Gene Simmons. Oh, is that what you're talking about?
This fits right into your, set over here, Cheeks.
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, listen.
But the man actually uses the largest tongue to paint pictures.
No. Out of Las Vegas?
To paint pictures. Well, he's out of California. That's right. Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll give you a West Coast. West Coast counts.
Somebody in California.
Wait a minute here. Let me get this straight. Is it Gene Simmons?
No, it's not Gene Simmons.
And you said the man. I thought that was Gene Simmons.
Now, does he actually sell his artwork for money? Does he actually make money doing this, or
he sells it and he does all kinds of things? But I guess he does it because what else do you do with the largest tongue, which is, by the way, measures 3.97 inches from tip to tongue.
That doesn't seem so big to me. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Where are they starting?
Are you sure that's not Gene Simmons? What's the guy's name?
The guy's name is Nick Studelberg.
Wow. And let me ask you this: Is Nick married? Does it mention that he's married out there in California with the world's longest tongue?
No, it doesn't say that. But his paintings, by the way, have sold for up to $1,200.
$1,200 for tongue painting.
Yeah, can you imagine?
No, but I guess people just have too much money to burn. I guess because if you're going around buying tongue paintings, apparently you have too much money.
You know what? If this podcast, listen to me, Vegas Wayno, it's your first headline here out of the West Coast, Vegas Wayno headlines. We covered East Coast, West Coast, and Wayne covers the entire West Coast. Okay, there's a reason why he is the most popular figure of this podcast. And Wayno, if this podcast makes it, we will buy a painting for this set.
We're gonna buy a tongue painting.
We will buy a tongue painting.
I think we should bring the guy on as a guest. And maybe he can paint a little bit of the set there back.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
Now you're thinking like a producer, kid.
I got to worry about getting like lip sores if I touch my wall or something like that with this guy. I don't. I'll pass on that, Wayno.
He's painting with the tongue.
I'll pass on that.
He's not doing anything else.
I'll still pass.
I'm
still gonna pass.
What if I lick the wall? What would you do?
Chino, I'm still gonna pass. All right. How about that? I don't know where you've been. I've heard some stories from Wayno. I don't know where you've been.
Listen to me. Just because I slept with Kevin Boyle. And by the way,
Kevin Boyle. Yeah.
All right, Wayno, great story. We're gonna get him on. Give us headline number 2 out of the West Coast.
Well, headline number 2 actually comes back to where you're at. Remember, our first headline was about rats.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. We're gonna talk about rats again.
No, we're not. We're not going to talk about rats.
I don't like rats. You know what I think about rats?
Guy doesn't like rats.
New York City, Wayne. New York. I work in New York City, right, Wayne?
Yes. Yeah. You haven't mentioned New York City yet, and you haven't mentioned your 8 Emmys yet. But I guess we'll get around to that.
Whoa! Yeah. Thank you for saying that. I am an 8-time Emmy Award winner. Worked over 30 years in the sports television business in Manhattan. I'm talking about Dan Rather stole my newspaper.
Yes, and listen, for a small fee, he'll come to your house and lick your walls.
There's one. Let me just tell you this right now. No one else gets invited up to Scotty Gomez's penthouse apartment. Nobody else but Double G.
Did you lick his walls?
I did.
Wow. Licked Scotty Gomez's walls?
Why wouldn't I?
Did you sleep with him as well?
Yeah, I left. He did ask us. He did offer the place to stay. I didn't want him to pull a Kevin Boyle on me.
Wow.
I did ask him to actually come on this podcast, and he was going to do it, but he had something a little bigger to do. He had his mom and his sister in from Alaska, I believe, or San Diego, and they're celebrating the 20-year anniversary of the New Jersey Devils winning the Stanley Cup. So I told him it'd be best not to come on this podcast. Next time, maybe.
Next time, yeah. I wouldn't want to get him when he's doing that.
So you want me to keep talking about myself, Vegas Wayno? My 8 Emmys, New York City. But what I'm telling you, I don't want to get off on an ADD tangent, is that I don't like rats, and they're all over New York City.
They're all over.
And just by that nature alone, they're in my building. That means my building is filled with rats, little hairy with little whiskered things running around hallways and through like. Oh, the rats around my area where my client is disgusting. I hate rats.
Any of them wear sunglasses?
Wow.
Oh anyway. Man, I think that was wow. That was a whole
insult.
Hey, Vegas.
Yes.
That's for you, my friend.
Hey,
right
Wayno,
on cue.
Wayno, I will have you right back to where you started. Real fast.
Wow.
Back under the Gothos
bridge
in a minute.
Oh, man.
My house is gone.
It is gone. It's a field.
No, it's just a field. But let's get back, and if we can get away from you talking about you for a while.
We can't.
Now that we've Central Park Zoo was vandalized not long ago.
Central Park
Zoo. Some vandals.
What does this have to do with West Coast?
It was vandalized. It's not West Coast. He said it. He said this story comes back to us.
All right.
He found a good story that comes back to us.
I got you. East Coast, West Coast. He covers
You're so busy with your big-headed Emmy spiels.
I have
Listen,
eight Emmys.
Listen,
8 Emmys.
no more interruptions. Okay, Vegas, continue, please.
Okay. So apparently the person, for some reason, vandalized the bird cages.
Okay.
And some poor little owl now is living in Central Park all on its own.
Yeah.
Okay.
And people are going to the park.
Yes.
Unlike you, who goes to the bars.
Right.
People are going to the park and feeding this little animal.
And I don't. Okay.
Falco the owl.
Falco the owl.
Falco the owl. And maybe one day you can go walk through Central Park, like most people do, and you can take a picture, and maybe we'll have the owl on one day.
Okay, let me just tell you something right now about that story, John.
Yeah.
I was up in Lake Placid back in October, Wayno.
You seen the owl?
No.
Oh.
Just follow me.
Okay.
For a second.
Okay.
I was up in Lake Placid, and I was doing some hiking with my wife, and we were doing some philandering out up in the mountains, if you know what I mean.
I'm listening.
Okay. And I wanted to feed the birds. They had a path where you could actually feed the birds. The birds would come down to you. So I went to a nature store, like one of these natural stores. They got all kinds of good food and almonds and nuts.
Almonds.
And they got hemp.
Almond.
Oh,
hemp seed.
Oh, that's for me.
Hemp seed.
And I told the guy that I needed some bird. Stop laughing at this. This is serious.
Okay.
Talking about the owl here, Falco.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to save Falco's life. Okay.
Okay.
So these people should not be feeding Falco. I'm going to tell you why.
Go ahead, tell me.
So this fella there, I was buying the nuts for the birds, and I got scolded.
Mm-hmm.
He was a college fella up there, up in the Adirondacks, and he said that you should not feed birds by hand, or humans should not go anywhere near birds or wildlife and feed them. So anyone who goes to feed Falco, shame on you. There you go.
Hey, Gino, you've been around the city quite a bit. You work there every day. I work there every day. Would it surprise you at all if you were walking through Central Park one day and you saw some crackhead eating Falco?
Listen to me right now. If Falco could feed a homeless person, that means Falco went for a good reason.
That's right. And you wouldn't be surprised if
So
you saw that.
no! Would I be surprised? I see people shit their pants in New York City. I've almost
just shit their pants.
Shit their pants,
Yep.
Wayno. I've almost walked in human excrement.
Yep. Shitting right in front of a 7-Eleven.
Forget about the rats. I got to deal with rats and shit.
Yep.
How did we get here?
So,
How did we get to this?
Because Wayno, I mean,
You
I don't know
want
if
people feed Falco. That's
I don't
how
know.
we got
Listen,
here.
Falco's going to feed people. I'm telling you that right now. That's what's going to happen.
Well,
He's going to be, it's going to be like.
Who's going to keep Falco safe from the zombie-like homeless population that has overtaken New York City?
Yeah.
Who?
Well, the good news is
Nobody's going to stop.
that they tried to capture Falco.
Who did? Homeless?
No, the real people, the zoo people tried to get him back, and they couldn't catch him. But the good news is that he has adapted to that crazy world that you live in.
Wow.
And,
He's just shitting all over the place, too.
Falco's shitting along with the humans in New York City? Is Falco shitting with the humans? He's probably shitting in the human's mouth.
Falco's standing in front of a 7-Eleven just taking a shit.
I am now. Do you know where it's located? Where Falco is located inside of Central Park?
I can't believe that you guys have just pulled this whole show down to a level I never thought it could go.
No, what do you mean? This is normal. That's normal. This is normal. Like, listen.
You're talking about owls in Central Park.
A person taking a shit in the middle of the sidewalk is normal for New York City. That's normal. That's like crossing the street now.
Yeah. Wayne, I'm telling you this right now. There is human excrement everywhere in New York City. People are shitting. They are shitting themselves and they don't have diarrhea necessarily. It's not like they have food poisoning. It's not like they have dysentery. It's not like they're on a cruise ship and shitting their brains out like I did for 3 days and lost 12 pounds.
I'm going to tell you, I got a story. I park in the parking lot directly across the street from my job, okay?
New York City.
This is 100% true, okay? This guy rolls in, probably like a $60,000, $70,000 truck, okay? Rolls in, brand new. Guy don't want to take him, right? Because it's a big truck. So guy don't want to take him, and he's like, dude, do me a favor, right? He goes, all right, I'll take you. Leave your keys, and I'll park your car, right? He goes, oh, He's like, all right, thank you. This guy turns around. I swear to God. Sees the guy has a garbage pail, right alongside his little shack that he's like, ringing people up in. Right in front of me. Pisses in the guy's garbage pail. There's a porta john right next to the garbage pail. Pisses in the garbage pail. Like it was no thing. And this is not a bum or homeless person. This is just people nowadays.
No one has respect for the city anymore, Wayno. No one does. This is not a joke. Falco's in trouble. He's going to get eaten.
Falco's going to get eaten.
That's the thing that concerns me the most about Falco. First, I thought about it. It was the people feeding him by hand. And I told you that the naturist up in Lake Placid told me you can't do that to the birds. Forget about that. Falco's going to get eaten by these humanoids.
And here's what's going to happen. He's going to get eaten. And then he's going to get shit out in front of the 7-Eleven on the sidewalk. And so it's like
I'm going to try to smoke weed on the streets of Manhattan like a real human being, and I'm not going to step in one of these homeless guys shitting out Falco.
Yeah,
not doing it, dude.
Yeah, you don't want to step in Falco.
You know that. You know what? On that note, we're going to go to the next one. This is a time for a sponsor plug. Great guy. As a matter of fact, this guy Khalil.
Is it Chinese?
No. This is his company. I'm plugging a company.
All right.
Chinese takeout is what he has on the packaging. It says Chinese takeout. It's very inconspicuous.
Yeah.
The name here, this is what I want you to do, and you're going to put this in post, okay?
Mm-hmm.
We've got www.takeout, takeout-nyc.com.
Wow.
Listen, if you contact this guy for some takeout, believe you me, it's going to make you feel good, Wayno, like me. You get what I'm saying? Inside this little package.
Egg rolls?
No, there's no egg rolls in here.
I was hoping for egg rolls.
No, it's like egg drop soup in here. But it's somehow this egg drop soup smells like a tree.
Wow.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So let me plug this for my buddy Khalil,
go for it.
one of the hardest working guys in all New York City, who also does some plumbing on the side and pulled out a rat this big out of the toilet. He sent me the video. I'll send it to you. We'll put it in post. Khalil pulled out a rat. I hate rats, and I'm afraid for Falco. And on that note, we could get him on Twitter at takeout_NYC. At takeout_NYC. I want these graphics up.
Check them out.
I want Khalil.
Check them out.
It just says this: smoke blank every day. I think we understand. Khalil, this is your New York City, your New Jersey. There's nowhere else to go. There's nowhere else to go. Come on. All right, Wayno, let's get to headline number 3.
Vegas Wayno.
Well, why don't we just segue?
All right.
From the poor endangered owl in Central Park. So while you guys
got no chance
are abusing these poor little animals, let's talk about the wonderful things that we do here out west.
Tell us, please. I want to hear some good news, please.
We're gonna go up.
You're telling us about owls being eaten by homeless guys with long tongues, and now give us something.
Now we're gonna go up north to Alaska.
Oh, Scotty Gomez territory.
Okay,
my buddy.
Let's go up north. While they're abusing poor little animals in the east.
Yep.
In Alaska, in Anchorage, as they're cruising around in their little police cars, the officers came upon a pig that looked cold.
Okay.
All right.
And so they put the pig in the back of their car and took the pig home.
Did someone own the pig?
They know where the pig was.
How did they know?
If that's, I don't know if he had ID. Maybe.
Did he squeal?
They just. Oh, I like that. I like that.
He's lucky he wasn't in Central Park, is all I know.
Let me tell you something. That pig walks around Central Park. Might not
be a lot of ham sandwiches and.
Forget it, dude. It'd be unbelievable.
Now let me ask you this. Go ahead. No. Is that the end of the story?
No, I was just saying a concern. What happened was a concerned person, a citizen, saw the pig standing on the side of the road and said it looked cold. And so they called the police, and the police actually said that the person was a portly dude who's quite friendly.
A portly dude.
All right, here goes.
Okay.
I'm gonna make. Listen to me. I'm gonna get a little crazy here.
All
the
right.
portly dude owns the pig. You're telling me?
The portly dude called to say that the pig was cold. They found out that the owner of the pig was Elvis Pigsley.
No, it wasn't.
Yes. Elvis Pigsley owned
Come
the
on.
pig, and somehow they figured it out, and they returned him.
Is this article from the Sun or something like that? Or
Yeah,
one of those like what is this article, Wayno? Where are you finding these things?
I'll tell you. This is
The
why
Inquirer? What is happening
wait.
right now?
This is why Wayne is one of the top reporters in the country, but one of the top reporters who's never won an Emmy. You know what I mean? It's like like being John Elway.
You know, it's not fair because I looked into this and I heard like if you copied paperwork on a show, you get an Emmy. You know what I mean? Like if you breathed on a show, you get an Emmy. So it's really like, I think it's overblown, Wayno, personally. Like if you stubbed a toe on the set of a show that got an Emmy, you got an Emmy. Like I don't know. Is that how it is? Wayne? I don't know.
Listen,
I'm not really into biz, right?
I'm in the biz. I'm
So-
in the biz.
Right.
The thing is that I've always just worried about what happened, during my shows or during my games. So I just went about doing whatever I do. Gino has been part of a different group of people, I guess. Today's people, like you said, you can do almost anything. You can put on a stupid pair of glasses.
Yeah.
And somehow.
Oh, wait a minute. I know what he's getting.
So you're saying that
I know
you're
what he's
saying
getting
that it was quality back then.
Yes,
That's what you're saying.
Yes,
Exactly.
TV. Here's a dirty little secret, folks, who could still tune in after Falco being eaten by the homeless, the Pigsley being eaten by the homeless. We're going to get to the nitty gritty of television. Wayne is exactly right. Television talent across the board is watered down. It's watered down because of the advent of social media. Do you agree?
If you want to call it talent, I
love it. He's right. He's right.
It's not even talent.
It's not talent anymore.
It's laughable what you see nowadays.
Here it is. Take a camera, film yourself, tape yourself. You're now a TV star.
Right. Absolutely. Look at us. Look what we're doing right here.
Look at us.
Look at us.
We are 1,000 times more talented.
We're sitting in Cheeks right now, talking about shit in the streets of New York City.
Linden, give us music.
This is the only one I know.
We need a pole right here. We need Mickey Rourke, Marissa Tomei, a sign that says Cheeks outside here, and we're in Cheeks right now. Oh! And holy crow, does that mean something happened? All right, listen, we're good, right? We're good. Can you pick up right now? As I was screaming and yelling about Cheeks, the universe is talking. And by the way, Cheeks and Linden is where they filmed parts of the wrestler movie. Oh shit!
What did you guys do?
Oh, the TV broke. Our monitor broke. That's okay. Why don't we just finish this up? Oh, hold on. We have a little. Oh, we don't need anything else. Okay, we're back, Wayno. Could you see us okay? The monitor broke as I was yelling about Cheeks.
The monitor actually fell off the wall and broke.
Wow.
That's how we do it. That's how we do it here.
Getting back to the point,
His Cheeks, we're on a low budget.
This is low budget.
Yeah,
and here's the problem. You got a couple of the young kids out there, right? Mm-hmm. Then listen, I've seen this firsthand. They go into a TV studio for the first time, and they got people in their ears, and there's things coming, there's things flying at them, and they're like, "Holy shit, what do I do?" So, guys like me, guys like Wayno, we're talking about veterans. Wayno's had Al Batanko yell in his ear.
Yeah, Al Batanko.
Do you know who Al Batanko is?
I have no freaking idea who Al Batanko is. I'm not gonna lie to you. Not even a clue.
Wait,
I'm gonna drink coffee for Al Batanko.
All right, yeah. Wait, go ahead, Wayne. You were gonna say something about Al.
No, I just say we should
Is he a wrestler?
No, he's a former. He's a TV guy.
We need to get Al on.
I agree.
I think Al Batanko should be a wrestler. That sounds like a name.
Al Batanko looks like a wrestler. He's this
Batanko,
big, sort of burly German fella, whatever he was. But one of the most unique guys I've ever met in my life. He's a TV cameraman. And Wayne, you and I worked with him early on at the TKR days. And this guy would get himself into predicaments, right? You couldn't believe. For example, He was supposed to show up for work one day. We had a taping. He went out on a boat the night before, I believe, somewhere maybe out of Sandy Hook. His boat ran out of gas because he didn't have enough gas in it. Wayne, would he be a guy that would leave without enough gas?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the
so would you, by the way.
I would too. You're right. That's why I love Albatanko, because I've done this before. But Albatanko jumped in like a singular life raft and tried to paddle to shore while he was like a few miles out. He came
That's dedication, right?
He had dedication. He shows
dedication
up
with barnacles on him.
He shows up for work, Wayno. I don't know if you remember this. Late, by maybe only 2 hours, he had bruises from his wrist all the way up to his armpit because he was paddling so hard against the current that he somehow got saved by like some fishermen out in the middle of the ocean.
Classic Albatanko.
And he showed up to work.
Classic.
That's talent. Nowadays, nobody would show up for work. They don't show up for work if they have a sniffle, Wayne.
Yeah.
Albatanko paddled across the fucking Atlantic and showed up for work.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know. So would you get an Emmy for that at least? You should get an Emmy for that.
I have 8.
You should get an Emmy for that.
Albatanko has none.
That's bullshit. I think what Albatanko did is far more impressive than what
goddamn right it is.
You know?
I have none either.
You know?
I have none either.
Yeah, now explain that to me, Wayno. Explain that to me how every single time, because again, I don't know a lot of people that Gene brings on and everything like that. I don't know this. I want you to explain this to me. Explain to me how every single time he brings on whoever he brings on.
You want me to bring somebody on?
They're like, wait, no, time out. How come every single time he brings somebody on, they're like, Wayno's a legend. Oh, Wayno's a legend. Wayno's a legend, right? They never go, Gino's a legend. They say, Wayno's a legend. Every one of them says that. Right, and you have no Emmys. How is that even a possibility?
Not an Emmy. I don't know. I
think it's ageism. I'm going to be honest with you. Ageism is a big thing.
Even back then, it was ageism. How old are you, Wayno? How could it be ageism? Wayno, what were you? You were 1,000 years back then when Gino was like, come on.
Did you hear Nikki? Did you see Nikki Renna?
Yeah,
Nikki Renna looks. Wait, we can't wait. That's right. You can't really see Nikki Renna. But Wayne is like grandpa.
I coached Nikki Renna in Little League Baseball.
You coached Nikki Renna?
Wait, we don't know who Nikki Renna is. Remember?
Yeah, but it's all right. I know who he is. I met him. I can know who he is.
Ricky Renna, you know what? He's part of Biblical Verses. We'll show, we'll give you a quick, shot of him. But Wayne is old, dude. Wayne is like, I'm bringing the reason.
Hi, good afternoon. This is Nick Renna. I just joined.
Nicky!
He coached that guy.
How old do you think Wayne is here?
Nikki Renna was on the arc, and you coached him.
He coached.
Figure that one out.
You saw that was in front of the real arc, Wayne.
That was like...
I helped design the arc.
Wow.
I believe it. But here's
and you didn't get an Emmy. But you helped design the arc. You didn't get an Emmy.
This is what our lives have come to as a 50-year-old Wayne and his blah, 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 and you as a 40. When's your birthday?
My birthday's February 27th.
Ooh, we got to celebrate.
We're going out.
Yeah, we're going out.
We're going out on John's birthday. We're going out. But what I'm saying is we got a 40, 50, and a 90-year-old here, okay? And we are given zero respect in this business. Zero. Because, and then they'll pretend it's not ageism. It is 100%.
I think I'm going to go on eBay and just buy an Emmy.
I have 8.
I'm just going to buy one.
Even with
I think I might buy 9, just so I can say I have 9 Emmys.
I am the most talented person
in the world.
Maybe
in the world.
I'm not. I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Maybe the most talented person in television. I didn't say that. Mike Quick did.
Wow, Mike Quick.
And I'm doing this show with you guys in cheeks.
So let me ask you a question, Wayno.
This is what my life has come to.
Since you've been around for a while, now that we know that, and you've been around Gino for a while, do you think any of the statements that he's making right now are true? That he's the most talented person in television. In television.
That nobody knows about.
Well, I don't think that there's that much talent in television, so he could
right.
be,
so you're saying the bar is so low that it does. If he could breathe,
so low, it could be as low as he is. Yeah.
Right. Do you want to know how good the Chinese food is that I was plugging before? My wife just hit me up and goes, "Where is the Chinese food?"
Yeah. She wants the egg rolls.
She wants the egg rolls. You know what she's going to want later, Wayne? The long tongue. I mean, the short tongue. And on that note, I think we got to wrap up Vegas Wayno's headlines.
Yep.
And I'll tell you what, Vegas, I'm giving you an A+.
Vegas, I'm going to send you out with your intro.